Hi everyone, this is Lynn and today I am featuring the newly released All Yours and the Bar None Slimline Die. I am first of all going to color in this amazing owl, and I'm doing this today with some purples. So these are the violets that I'm using, the Copic markers, and I am coloring onto Neenah today. So I stamped out this image using Gina Design's Amalgam ink, and I'm just working my way through this image using the violets. So this stamp set, All Yours, is one of my favorites from this release. It's so adorable and I just think that the sentiments are truly perfect. My card today will be a support card, and I just love the sentiment that I'm using today, being the I'll be there for you. And I don't know if you have the same with this sentiment, but I am now, each time that I say it out loud and even think about it, I am singing the song from Friends, and I think everyone knows the series. So now you're stuck with it too. And instead of course singing it the way we all know it, then now we just sing it, I'll be there for you. And that's the true sentiment. We all know that. No. But I just truly love the puns that we can make with all these words, and then of course that they match with the images themselves. So I'm not using that many markers today. I am sticking to the violets and also a few blue violets, and then of course for the beak and the feet I will be using some yellow reds. But I'm keeping it really simple. Also the background, you probably saw it in the beginning, this card is completely purple, because who doesn't love purple? Well, normally I'm not really a fan of purple, to be honest. But onto cards, I mean, if you want to make a huge impression with a card, then you should use some purples. I don't know why, but those cards always really pop, and they are vibrant and they are just spectacular in any way. So that's why I really wanted to add a showstopper this week, because we are already on the final week of January. This means that we have shown you all the new products, and they were a lot, but so gorgeous. I truly hope that you took a look at all the products. And of course there are always introduction videos, so I'm not featuring every product, that would be a bit much. But there are introduction videos each Monday, so you can definitely check them again. There you get an overview of all inspiration cards by the design team, but also some close-ups from the products, and that can be really handy to see it a bit closer, to see it on camera. So just so you know. So I'm adding the final details to this owl. So after coloring this one in, I decided to use one of the accessories from the stamp set, being these glasses, and just add them onto the owl. I myself wear glasses, so I just love critters with glasses on there. And I also love the fact that these glasses are rounded, because they make it all extra cute. And I first stamped it out on a piece of acetate just to check whether it would be stamped out correctly on my owl. I'm not going to do that in black, but I'm going to do some gold heat embossing, because I saw a lot of gold glasses. I tried it when I went for mine, but I'm too pale for it apparently, so that wasn't good on me. So I have black glasses, but I am really jealous of everyone who's wearing gold glasses, because they are gorgeous. So this owl is getting gold glasses. This is the classic gold embossing powder by NUVO that I used, and then I cut this owl out. Onto the background, I have cut out this amazing Bar None Slimline Die, also brought to you by Crafty Meraki this week. It's a fabulous slimline die, and I just poked out all the bars that you can see here, and I'm ink blending a purple background. Now I'm doing that, and then I also cut two slightly smaller pieces that can fit behind those empty spaces, and I'm also going to create a purple background on that. I'm not doing it immediately because I want some different shades of purple to start on the edges of the bars and such, so that it differentiates from the upper half of the card itself. Well, you will see that later. But something that I wanted to say about the bars that I just poked out, keep them. I'm one of those people that cannot get a sentiment strip trimmed out perfectly straight. Now these bars are just perfect because most of the sentiment sizes that you probably have in your craft room will fit on these bars. Like the width of it is just perfect. If it's a bit too long, then you shorten it. Maybe it's just perfect the size, maybe it's a bit too short, and then you still have to figure something out, use sentiment strips or whatever. But with this slimline die you get so many bars, and you can also use, instead of this panel, the bars, and then just use this panel to inlay the bars on your card, and you have something else that you can create. So many options with this die. And I am only going to use one image on this whole panel, which is maybe a bit crazy because you're making a slimline card, and then I have often the intention to completely fill it. But with these bars, I think it has enough spice to only use one image. So I think this works. So here I'm just blending the purple background, and as you can see, when I hold it behind the panel, it is starting on a different area with a different color, and I just love that because this way it gives even more interest to your card, and I think more interest is always lovely. So also blending it on this tinier piece, this is for the upper half of the card where there are less bars, or if you switch it around, then of course the lower part. That's also something that you can choose, how you are going to rotate this slimline die. You can also do something horizontally, of course, no limitations, and I just love that. I'm also using a post-it note, as you can see, to prevent my fingertips leaving a print on my ink blended piece. And you just press your fingers into the sticky part, and then you can continue all the way. Now, I don't know if you remember this one, because this one was released in October, but this is the Crafty Twinkle Slimline Die by Crafty Meraki. And I decided that I wanted to have some stars out of some gold dust glitter cards. This is by Tonic Studios. And I just poked out those stars. But then I thought maybe I can poke out those stars from those panels that I'm going to use behind my panel. And I can just add that gold glitter paper behind it as well, and then I already have some gold stars going on. Now with the gold stars that I have poked out, I can add some more dimension to the stars that you can see here, because these are in the back of the panel. And something that you also can do is just add those stars on this bigger area right next to the owl. But before we are going to add everything, I am going to heat emboss the sentiment. That's always handy to do the sentiment before you get some layers going on. That really helps. So I decided to do that first. I'm going to use my Ranger embossing powder, the white super fine detail. And then when my heat gun is heated up, I will bring it to the back of this panel and then to the front to completely melt the sentiment. And then I can truly start assembling everything. So first of all, I'm going to add the panels that I created to get the interesting part going on the back. And once these are adhered, I can continue with the rest. Now, as you can see here, I have a small gap on the back. I will fill it up just to avoid that the back is going to get bulked there. Here I'm inlaying some extra hearts People who aren't making cards will not notice it, and maybe it's also hard on the pictures, but since you are watching this video, you will know some of the hearts are also inlaid by this. And I also added some on the edges, so it's actually overlapping with the front of the card panel as well. So not only inlaid, but also a bit angled. And then of course a few around the owl. So here, as you can see, I had a gap and I still have this glitter paper that I cannot use anymore. So I'm just going to add 2 layers of that there, and this way it has the same height as the other spaces on the back. Just to avoid bulking, nothing fancy or anything like that. And then I can add this completed panel on top of a card base, just using an adhesive roller. And then the final thing to do is to add, of course, some glossy accents, because my owl is wearing glasses, and whenever I have glasses on my cards, I really think this is an opportunity to use your glossy accents or whatever gloss you have on hand to really let it stand out and just make it extra funny. I'm taking my time to add that, and then this card is completely finished. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it and that you like the end result. This is already the final week of the amazing release month by Crafty Meraki, so I truly hope that you enjoyed everything you saw so far, and of course that you will get crafting with these new products as well. Have a wonderful day. Bye!